Alright, so banana bread's in the oven. Chocolate cake is still rising. It is continuing to go. And not a lot of change there yet, but we've got our 1 cup of unfed sourdough starter, what would you consider waste, in the mixer right now. And then we've got 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of water. This recipe comes from the King Arthur flour website. So 1 tablespoon and then a 2nd tablespoon. And then, yeah, we get started by mixing this together. Alright, our banana bread is about finished, and it's just cooling down in the oven right now, but I am getting ready to finish up our pretzels. So here we go. We've got the water and the starter in here, and then we're going to go ahead and add our 3 cups of flour and then our dry milk. So I add the dry ingredients kind of as I'm adding the flour, so it all incorporates. That was the tablespoon of malt powder. Tablespoon of vegetable oil. I keep my yeast either in the refrigerator or the freezer, depending on how large the container is. But we got 2 teaspoons of dry active yeast. Teaspoons of salt. And the last of that flour. And just rubbing at the speed on that, letting it all incorporate. And then once this is incorporated, then we're going to let it rest for 45 minutes, and then we'll shape them into pretzels. So we still have a couple hours here on the chocolate cake, but it is starting to rise and change shape a little bit there. our banana bread is done. Alright, so I'm going to take this down and scrape that off. Just go ahead and that off here. Let this rest for 45 minutes. Get those shaped. And those are our three doughs, three breads in process for the day. And then get that covered and labeled. We have the banana bread out now, and we have the pretzel dough risen and ready to go. It took us a little bit longer because we had some people to feed. We got lunch done. We got the kitchen refreshed, and it's time to get this pretzel dough rolled out and ready for slicing into 12-inch sections. So this is on a not a floured surface, but a grease surface here on my kneading board. Now, so I've got it into a decent sized bowl. I use my dough knife to score and cut it. And then I'll get it into the sections that I need. And alright, so they've had a sugar water, they've been rolled out into 18-inch logs, 12 of them, and then twisted into pretzel shapes, and then sugar wash on them, and then salt. And so now they're ready for the oven at 350, and they don't bake very long, 18 minutes ish, and then they come right out, and we'll have some nice sourdough pretzels. And then we are on to our chocolate cake after this.